Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Timing Era. Today, I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process on how to complete the DS-260 form. I've made earlier videos about how to check or apply for DV lottery. And this video is going to be about when you win, what are the things you have to do. The first one is personal information. So you can see the personal information page. That's when they ask about your name, your surname, where your date of birth, place of birth, and stuff. So that's where these are the things they ask at your personal information. And you could see there's another page still on the personal information where you'll be asked. Uh, so I think this is example. You'll be asked of your gender, uh, and stuff. So the personal information page is basically about things about yourself, your age, your name, your surname, your date of birth. They need all this information, your place of birth. So take note if you have to fill the form, especially the part about the personal information. So the personal information is divided into two. You have personal information one and then two. The second part of the personal information, they ask about your passport information, your country, and then the rest. So the personal information you have personal information one and two, and then the travel document you are holding, your passport, the travel document, its expiring date, and stuff. These are all information that they ask in the personal information page. So you could see region of origin, nationality, and the rest. So take note when you are filling. So when you are filling, make sure that you have your passport with you, because you will be asked information. They will ask information about your passport number, the date it was issued, and its expiring date. All will be asked in the DS-260 form. So get all those documents as you start the DS-260 form. So I'm just basically giving you an overview of how it looks like. This is how the form looks like. Note, this is a sample. This is a sample for educational sake, and I might not be all right in concerning the information, but just to give you an idea of what to see in the form. This part talks about present and previous address information. So we talk about your present and your previous address information, where you've stayed, where you are staying. All this needed in the DS-260 form, as you can see on the screen. So when you're about starting the form, make sure that you have all this. And social media, you'll be required to input all your social media handles, your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, stuff. WhatsApp, they don't require WhatsApp because you can access WhatsApp. The remaining social media handles, you have to enter them. Know that this information are for security reasons, and they can go into your social media handles and then look through them. Yes, they can go through your social media handles, check if you have been in any way involved in delegatory commentary, or you are in any way connected to terrorists or any other things. So you have to make sure that you don't follow groups, join groups, and then follow people you don't know them. Really, it can cause you, because all the social media handles you are providing will be searched to scrutinize to know the kind of person you are and the kind of people you engage with. So guys, be careful uh, the kind of people, kind of content you engage in, people you keep. So that's why the need for social media to search. Also be careful the kind of comments and posts you do on your social media because they can all as well be checked. And your email address as it keep coming, mailing and permanent and temporary email address, you need to provide all this in the DS-260 form. Very necessary as is needed to make a decision. So make sure you have all the address, your digital address, and whatever for family information. Ask for the family information. You can see it here: your parents, their name, their date of birth, their occupations, uh, where they are staying currently. So family information will also be asked. So if you are not too sure about your parents' age and stuff, you can take their documents, get all those documents that we needed. You have to input their date of birth, their full name and stuff, and the DS-260 form. So you could see here the parents' information. You see father is there. You will definitely fill information about father. Assuming you don't have father, maybe sorry to say you're an orphan or you were adopted, you can use foster parents or the person taking care of you as a father, and you have to definitely fill that form. In any case that it does not apply, there's an option that you can click does not apply. That means in your case, it doesn't apply. You can see information too about action of your mother and the date of birth. And they also ask if the person is alive or not. So this and many more information that are mostly demanded in the DS-260 form. So take notes of them accordingly if you wish to fill the DS-260. Make sure you get all those documents. They'll ask information about your spouse. Well, if you have, you provide his details. Remember, I said earlier in my previous videos, that when you are in the DV lottery program, you can go with your spouse. Yeah, the winner can go with your spouse, him or her. So that is why the information is being required here. So you need to fill your spouse information into the DS, the address, are they staying with you, and stuff, if they are staying with you. So that is the reason why I was playing that if you win, you can go with family members, your spouse or your child. You need to input all of them their information. If you don't input the information here, that means you go without them. This is what will be used to process. And then the KCC, that's Kentucky Counselor Center, will schedule a date for you to uh, come for the interview. And when you successfully pass the interview, you will travel together with your partner of whom you fill the information in the DS-260 form. So that is important that you include. I also talked about children. You see the children here. If you have children, if you have yes, you press yes, and then you will give options to fill in the information. If you press no, then there won't be any further questions. But if you press yes, you will see there will be an option for you to fill their information, their details, everything, date of birth, country, and everything. So you could see that's how the DS-260 form looks like. The information that are in it and previous travel information. So here they are going to ask you about your travel history. Have you traveled to other countries? Don't panic if you haven't traveled. If you not have any reason to travel in the past years, don't panic. Just fill the information that you have with you in the DS-260 form. Present and present education and then training information. So you'll be asked about your present work, education, and training information. If there is any, you fill it accordingly in the space provided. So this is to on your present education or work experience. So you have the opportunity to show in your past work experience, the present work experience, or the educational history. If you're not working, just graduated from school or you're still in school, you can still fill such information in the DS-260 form. If you're working, you can still fill the information in your past working history in the DS-260 form. So that is what you're seeing currently. So if you're not employed, you just write, I'm not employed, then you explain. If you're employed, you write employed, then explain. Just be honest while you are filling the form. Don't lie because you could contradict yourself. So this is the DS-260 form you are currently looking at and the information that will be asked in the DS-260 form. It's all about so different ways to fill it. Just put in the information according to your current situation. Be honest as much as possible because when you go for the interview, the information you fill in this form, if there is anything the viewer that is the visa officer does not understand, he or she will ask or inquire about it, and you might end up contradicting yourself. You might end up saying something which is different from what you said earlier. So that's the reason why it's important that whatever you feel in this form should be the exact thing that you will say when you go for your visa interview. If you go and say otherwise, that means you'll be contradicting yourself and it might end up causing you because you might be seen as dishonest person. So make sure that as much as you can, every information you fill in this form will be accurate and on point so that you don't get there and get yourself wanting. Like whatever you feel here, when you go there and they ask you, you can be able to affirm or confirm whatever you said, not to contradict yourself. So these are all about your additional work experience and stuff. And you have to add all in this DS-260. So if there's additional information to add, additional work experience, you add, it will give room for you to explain yourself detailed. If you have done so many words, don't worry. The form is so big for you to put in everything they need to know about you and to make a decision about you. Know that majority of your chances, the chances you stand to uh, be approved will depend on how you fill this form. Yes, and petitioner's page. Yeah, this is the petitioner's page. Uh, you know, so the petitioner in this case is mostly the person you are to uh, the person whom you are going to stay with or the person who will file on your behalf that when you come you'll be with him, as part of this requirements of the DV lottery program. You when a winner, when you win, you have to have someone that you will stay with whilst you're in the United States until you are able to fend for yourself and be able to stand on your own and leave. So I think that person will be the petitioner. So as you can see, you have to fill in the petitioner's information, the one whom you are going to stay with, the one whom will stand for you. You have to fill his information. So the petitioner is who to you? The relationship of the petitioner or the person you are going to stay with, his or her address. You need to fill all those information in the DS-260 form. So if you don't know what a petitioner is, who is a petitioner, who qualifies to be a petitioner, please do research about that and then get more information first. And then who to choose as a petitioner. Probably it's not anyone that you can choose as a petitioner. Maybe someone who have clean history. Yes, so make sure you do research about a petitioner and uh, who qualifies to be a petitioner so that you don't just pick anyone to be a petitioner. So guys, before you start the form, I'm just giving you an overview of all the information you need so that when you start, it will go smoothly. You already have all the information. So here is security and background information. They'll ask you information about your security and background, your medical and health information, whether you are in good health, you don't have contagious disease and stuff. Yeah, so you just have to answer yes or no to it. Be honest with your answers. So that's why you see security information here. You see criminal information page. So all these are security questions that we ask you about your background stuff. As I said, as much as you can be very honest with this information, provide accurate. If it's yes, type yes. If it is no, type no. And then if it is yes, you give reason, especially the security questions. When it's yes, you see a drop down menu or box. And then in this drop down box, you'll be asked to explain why it's no. But if it's why it's yes, sorry. If it's no, then you move on. So if it is yes, be honest. Just say it's yes. And then the drop down menu, give your reasons. It doesn't prevent you from being approved. If it's true, you just have to give your reason, and your reasons have to be convincing enough. Yes, so make sure you adhere to this information. Get all these documents and then start the process. So we have immigration law violation. You also have to answer questions. Miscellaneous, you have to answer questions concerning that too. Miscellaneous information that is extra, like something you need to add, like sometimes miscellaneous is not the main thing, but something that when you add it to make your case very strong. So the miscellaneous, you have information page 1 and page 2. All these are in the DS-260 form. So you take your time, you go through it, and then you fill all the information that are needed. And once you finish, you submit it, and it goes straight to KCC, that's Kentucky Counselor Center. So if you don't have idea of how the DS-260 form looks like, this is a picture of how it looks like. The information you'll be asked and how to go about it. You can take your time, replay this video, pause it, uh, go slowly, and then take note of all the information that will be asked. And then gather all the documents, gather all your facts, cross-check your facts. Then once you start the form, you can be able to complete your information at the start, get all the facts and figures before you submit. So here is talking about social security number information. If you have, say yes. If you don't have, you say no. Then you move on. If you have, you say no. If you have, you say yes. You fill in the number. If you don't have, you say no. And just input the information according to your situation. Then after that, you have to sign. You have to sign. You have to sign a pledge. You have to sign that all the information you provided were accurate, were true, and you didn't lie in any of the information. Just sign And when you sign, that means you have seen sign, and then you are at the bottom of your application. That means you're almost done with the application. So all this information is just to, you have to read through some information and then really confirm that whatever you filled in the DS-260 form, every information you filled is true and accurate. And after signing, you have the honor to submit your application. And once it's submitted, it goes straight to the KCC. So you see here, there's a displays for all applicants. Answered no to question. Did anyone assist you in filling out this application? If you are assisted, you just answer yes. If you are not assisted, you answer no. If you are from Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Central Africa, Chad, Cote d'Ivoire, Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Kenya, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, then Guinea-Bissau, Iraq, Kenya, all these countries, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Sudan, Tanzania, Togo, Uganda, then you have an extra box on you. So all these countries, you have to sign probably about the female genital mutilation and other stuff. You have to sign against that. Uh, you are not in any way involved in such things, or you don't support such things. So this is for the selected few countries. Thank you.